One of the biggest things I get asked being a YouTuber is how did you start your channel, or how were you able to be so successful, and how can I do that too? Because I get a lot of comments that are, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I started a YouTube channel, and I get asked a lot, what is like your number one advice for people starting a YouTube channel? So that is what this video is all about. 5 things you need to know about YouTubing if you want to be a YouTuber. All of these 5 things kind of integrate with each other, so I'm just gonna kind of talk about them all maybe as a whole because they all do work together. You have to have them all together. Number 1 is probably one of the biggest misconceptions about vloggers is that you can just pick up the camera and vlog. I also hear a lot, my life is so boring. How is that interesting for somebody to watch? And really, everybody's lives are boring unless you find a creative way to show it. Before we started vlogging, I thought, why would anybody want to watch a mom with 6 kids? She stays home, she cleans, like, she does that every day, so why would anybody want to watch that? But my mom has found ways to make it interesting to watch, and she's able to tell her story through different ways, and you really do have to think about what you're vlogging. It's more than just picking up the camera. The next thing that is probably one of the biggest things that you need to think about is why are you doing it? I've taken a lot of business classes, and the biggest thing that they stress about with these big companies is that people buy why you are doing what you're doing and not what you are doing. Every video that you make, the viewer should leave with something, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, and that doesn't mean that you have to sit in front of the camera and preach what you're saying, but it means that the viewer should either be entertained or taught a new skill or learn a life lesson, whether they know it or not. And I've had to refilm a lot of videos because I asked myself, what is the viewer getting out of this? And I can't think of something, so those videos I don't post. Knowing your why is something that is still kind of taking me a while to figure out. I have it in my head, but honestly, it's really hard for me to put to words why I'm doing what I'm doing and what I want people to get out of what I'm doing. My mom, you guys all know, it's her mothers are powerful. That's why she's doing it, is because she wants to show the world that mothers really do have a superpower, and they do. Some people's reasons might be solely to entertain, and those people are great because sometimes we all do need a big laugh, and those kind of creators are great just to go and watch and to unwind and relax and laugh about. The next big thing to go along with why you are doing it is every video should have its own story that adds to a greater story. So every video needs to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end, like a story, and then it adds to all your channel's videos, which has one big overlaying story. So for me, I do a lot of school videos because that's my life. I'm in high school, and I talk about grades, and I talk about homework, and that's kind of a big story that I'm portraying, is that I'm a high school girl doing high school things. Another big misconception about YouTube is that it's totally fun, it's really not that much work, and you can pick up a camera, you slap music over it, and then you post it and it gets lots of views. What a lot of viewers don't see is that there's a business side behind every YouTube channel. There's analytics you can look at where you can tell how long the audience is watching, where they click off, where most people like to go watch, and there's all these analytics that you have to look at and take into consideration when you're making your videos so that you're able to make the viewers want to watch your videos and to be able to help your viewers. You know, like I have the next month and a half of videos planned out on my laptop, and I do have to plan ahead of what I'm gonna do because it's a job. And that leads into the 5th thing you should know about YouTubers, which is the more you plan before a video, the less work you spend actually producing it. And that might sound confusing at first, but for example, for a lot of the skit videos that I do, I sit and I type out every skit and what's gonna happen in the skit. And that makes it so when I film, I already know what I'm doing and I already know what I'm supposed to film, and it makes it so much easier. So the more planning time you put into something, the easier it is to actually execute it. Going along with that, you also have to know how you're gonna edit the video before you even film it. Because to be honest, if you have really, really bad filming, no amount of good editing is gonna fix it. You can fix it to an extent, but there's really only so much you can do with really bad footage. You'd all be surprised probably at the power of angles when you're filming, especially over B-roll, which is just showing you doing something with music over it that's not necessarily talking. There's so much you can do with angles. Like for my mom, when we're cleaning the kitchen, she'll get multiple angles, and it helps to tell a story with all the angles that you're using. So being able to plan out what you're gonna do before you do it really does help you to work through the execution process in your mind, and it helps you to have a clear image on the video that you're going to make. So I hope that these suggestions all helped. If you guys have any other questions about YouTube, comment them down below and I will try my very, very hardest to respond to all of them. Like I've always said, if you guys have any other video suggestions that you'd like to see me do, please comment them down below and I will definitely take into consideration because I'm always looking to help you guys to see what you guys want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching and we will see you next time.